Hey dudes, we got a busy week ahead of us this time. My daughter's in her car seat. We're about to drop her off at daycare. And then I think we're gonna come home. I was gonna go on a run, but since it's a nice day, there's so many people and their kids out there, so I'm gonna grab the mail and see what I can figure out inside to replace that. I also have a lot of stuff to do in general, so I might not have time. There's a lot of construction on the way here that I did not expect. I'm drinking a smoothie right now. I'm almost done with it, and I haven't planned what I wanted to do first once I'm done, but we'll start tackling whatever I decide after. They started out kind of in order, but they're not in order by size anymore. They kind of are what they are. But these are just her outfits that she grew out of. All of the custom ones, like that one that you can see there and that one there. Her grandparents made those, so those ones always go on her wall. I gotta finish hanging up the pictures before I put the middle tacks that you can see there. The whole line fell because it was too much weight, so I need to re-hang up. I also put on this web curtain thing. I'm gonna turn on the lights in a second, but over her window, those light up. I'm going to show you that because it's pretty. As I was saying, the crystals at the top light up, which is really pretty to me. Bye-bye. Hopefully, if you guys don't know what to do with your kid's room and you have an October baby coming up, maybe this will give you some ideas, because her room is one of my favorite places because it was so fun to decorate. Her room also says, keep out. Just some ideas for you guys. On a different note, I don't know if Paddles at Pokey is just a local Treasure Valley thing or if it's in more than one state, but hopefully it focuses. They always draw these. This one says, you're so clawsome. They're always really sweet and cute and fun to read, so I'm really glad that that company makes every order special. Things like that are sweet. The day kind of got away from me today. I played with my daughter till pretty much now. To kind of recap what happened, I bought her McDonald's, and the McDonald's came with a little book. I made dinner too, but she didn't really eat that. I think she was just full, even though it was a couple hours apart. And then after that, while I was on my computer, her room's not very far, so I was just letting her play in there. And I forgot that I had left my ink pad in a box while I was decorating her room and reorganizing. And of course, that's the first and only thing she grabs. So she had a big ink stain on her face, and I had to clean that up. It wiped right off. I got it for the purpose of getting her feet prints. I want to make something out of that. But that's what happened. Then we did our bedtime routine. She had a bath, brushed her teeth, combed her hair. I washed my face, brushed my teeth, finished her daily letter. And as always, if you want to know where I got the inspiration for this and who inspired me, I'll tag one of my old videos up top. You can go over there and watch it. But without further ado, Monday, March 24th, 2025, 9:36 p.m. I managed to get a navy blue bow in your hair this morning. Usually you rip them out of your hair immediately. I dropped you off at daycare after that. When I picked you up, you were sitting in the spare car seat on the floor. I guess that was your spot for a while. I ordered McDonald's for you today. It came with a little book for you. We'll have to read it tomorrow. We played and hung out the rest of the day. You got into the ink pad. Luckily, it washed right off. So I always put a quote of the day, and this one is, "It always seems impossible until it's done," Nelson Mandela. And then my little check-in message for her is, if your dreams feel impossible, break them into baby steps. What could you be doing today to manifest your dreams into reality? That's it. We're wrapping up our night. I gotta do my journal, and then I gotta write a little chore list to do tomorrow so that I don't get sidetracked. And then we'll go to bed. She's watching her little cartoons. I feel like, not so much in this image, but I feel like my face has been so bloated and round lately. I don't know if I need to drink more water or what. But I'm going to take this as an opportunity to tell you guys, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. It's the next afternoon. We had a little bit of a late start. My mom's downstairs with my daughter. Obviously, I showered and got ready. I gotta check the mail first, and then we're gonna go to the store and get groceries. And that's it for now. As you can see, I am wearing different clothes because my daughter's had a cough the last 2 or so days, but today she coughed so much she threw up on me and herself. So I had to change her and toss her in the bath. I don't know if it's just allergies or if she's sick again. I'm pretty sure it's allergies or something, maybe asthma, but we'll find out soon. But since then, I went to Winco to get some food to hold us off for a minute. And then my mom bought us Cafe Zupas, so I got that as well so that I don't have to cook tonight. I'm about to pick up my kid. She's with her dad. I have a couple minutes before I need to do that. That's the update for now. Good morning, guys. My apologies for skipping to the next morning and not doing our normal nighttime routine. But my kid's dad made an incident at the McDonald's last night because instead of emailing me to pick her up early because he was concerned about her health or whatever, he waited until urgent care closed and then tried handing me a note that was clearly not written by him. And the last time I accepted a note that was not written by him, his fiance put a snarky remark at the end of it. So we're not doing that anymore because she's not allowed to contact me. But when I didn't accept that, he made a huge scene and threatened to call the cops, basically, if I didn't take her to the doctors. And my issue isn't that he asked me to take her. Well, he didn't ask. My issue is that he, A, demanded me, but also, B, like, why didn't you email me to pick her up earlier to take her to urgent care? Instead, you waited till it closed so that I had to ruin her bedtime to take her to the emergency room. Because when I got home, her lungs seemed like she was wheezing, but by the time we got there, she was essentially fine. She has a cough, but she's had that her whole life, and she's being looked at for that. I guess I'm glad there's witnesses this time, because there were people outside and inside that saw him do that. So if anyone has any advice on what to do about a co-parent threatening you in front of your kid, because this isn't the first time he's done it, let me know. But also what to do about their partners messaging me, because I don't want anything to do with either of them, to be quite frank. But aside from that, like I said, she's okay. I do gotta cut her bracelet off. Her cough seems to have subsided, but I'm still gonna give her honey because that's what the urgent care told me to do. But I'm gonna finish getting dressed and then we're gonna drop her off at daycare. When I got home, I made a steak and cleaned a bit and then took a nap and picked up my kid. And now we're at the park meeting a old co-worker here so I can hang out with them and their kid. But while I was driving here, I passed by an old bus driver, pretty sure that I used to have in middle school, and I remember him because he used to take the time to remember everyone's name, so when you got off the bus, he'd be like, "Bye, Ruby," or whoever was getting off. So that was kind of wholesome. I was sitting here parked too, and someone slowly pulled in next to me. I don't think they knew I was in my car still. And I looked at them because I thought it was my coworker, and I feel like I gave them a really mean look because they just pulled forward and went away. But anyway, I'm gonna hang out for a while. I forgot to mention that that bus driver that I was talking about was replaced by a terrible bus driver that we had that hated when we made phone calls or played with fidget spinners or did anything. She ended up giving us assigned seats, and she stuffed my 6'2" cousin in the seats. She wanted us in threes, so she tried doing that for a while and they couldn't. They were too tall. I had that bus driver until I graduated. It was the worst experience ever, but it kind of just reminded me of all that. While I was at the park with my old co-worker, they mentioned that they were in a situation with someone where they were keeping them at arm's bay, basically, and it reminded me of something that someone told me, so it wasn't just me. But if you're in a situation like that with someone where it's not what you want out of a relationship and it's sort of against your boundaries, and you try to talk to them and they ignore it or they don't give you a deadline on when they will be ready to talk about it, that's a good sign that the situation that you're in currently is their ideal situation. And if that's the case, it's always best to choose yourself and walk away unless that's what you want, to be at arm's bay. It's also important to remember that once you choose yourself and walk away or start a new relationship, if that person comes back, Absolutely not. Ask them what changed, and if it's just the thought of the relationship hitting rock bottom or you starting a new relationship that sparked this out of them, that's not a healthy connection, because they're not doing it because they have the same relationship goals as you. They're doing it because they don't want you to move on. You're not a side piece. Don't ever fall for that. But anyway, my daughter and I are home. I did her daily letter, her bedtime routine, my bedtime. Here we go. March 25th, 2025, 11:31 p.m. You had a pretty bad cough last night, so I took you to the ER. You got a lot better once we got there. This morning, you got ready and off to daycare you went. It seemed like you didn't want to leave your friends. Then I picked you up, stopped at the apartment for snacks, and off to the park we went. Your friends were there to meet us. All the kids helped you play safely. It was sweet of them. There was an ice cream truck. We didn't have cash, but they gave you a free ice cream. You almost ate the entire thing. In quotes I put, the best way out is always through. And my check-in question for her is, how are you feeling truly? Is there an emotion or situation you're avoiding? I know it can be scary, but it's always better to face issues head on. And that's the end of that. I am going to do my journaling in just a second, but what I was talking about at the park is once she got there, my old coworker's daughter was helping carry her around and help her safely play. But also another kid joined us and they were both playing with her, trying to swing with her, taking her on slides, and it was really wholesome. So I really appreciated that. I know kids normally gravitate towards her. I don't know if it's because she's a small little doll to them, but I really enjoy that kindness that the world shows me. Anyway, I'm gonna finish getting ready for bed. I gotta get her fully in bed. She kind of took a nap, but then she coughed herself awake, so I gave her cough medicine, and she seems to be doing better. Also, I did post a video on TikTok, so make sure to be following me there. Honestly, it means a lot to me. This is really fun and I enjoy doing it, so I'm going to do it whether you do or don't. But it's nice to have all these people slowly following me and watching my platform gradually grow more than I honestly expected it. Anyway, thanks again. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. It is the next morning. I showered and shaved whatever I couldn't get off with the sugar wax yesterday. I'm about to hang out with one of my best friends. He's not here yet. He's on his way, or he was a while ago, so he should be here any minute. So I gotta rush and finish getting the little one ready, and then we're just gonna hang out for a bit. He's bringing coffee, which is oddly convenient because the little one here woke up pretty much every time I tried sleeping or hit deep sleep last night, so I'm not rested at all. So that coffee is going to be super helpful. I'm going to relax a bit while he's here, and then I have to start cleaning. Today is the driver era concert. I have VIP ticket. This is the outfit I'm wearing. Haven't decided on the shoes yet, but it's kind of surreal. I don't know how much I'm going to be filming today. Most of it's just going to go on my TikTok because that's more convenient. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. I got to go pick up my daughter from daycare and drop her off at a friend's pretty soon. I'm just doing last minute checks. I did a pedicure on myself. I'm not showing you my feet. Don't get excited. I made eggs. I did just mascara. I know I wanted to do more than that, but I'm not very good at makeup, so we're just sticking with mascara. And I laminated my brows down with brow gel. Got a haircut a while ago, so I think we're good. Got a hair tie in case it gets warm. And I think I just need a really light sweater. It's overcast, rainy, at least sprinkly, not rainy. Perfect weather for a concert. So I'm really excited about that. I finally made it to the concert, but I drove on the freeway this time, and I've driven on the freeway before, but not as long as I did today. So that was pretty exciting. Really excited about the concert. It still feels pretty surreal. I can hear them practicing inside, at least I'm assuming that's what's going on. But there's a line, not a huge line, but a pretty big line. I wasn't expecting that. I don't really know anyone who knows who the driver era is. Obviously, most people know Austin Moon or Austin and Ally, but no one knows of their new band, so pretty surprising. Anyway, everything else I film from here until I leave, is going to be on TikTok. If I film anything, it'll be over there, so make sure to follow me there and like, subscribe, everything on this channel as well, so you can be the first to see me everywhere. I'm back. I've been back for quite a while, actually. It's Monday, March 30th, and I've just been A, busy, and B, trying to process the concert. But I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I don't want to forget it. Honestly, it was really cool. But basically, when I got there were some people off to the right. This was the Revolutionary Concert Hall in Garden City. But there was maybe 4 girls off to the right of the building, and then general admissions was on the left. And I felt weird going to the right side of the building because when I walked over there, everyone kind of moved away, and that was awkward. So it was like maybe everyone goes on the left side, and I was standing there, and then I progressively got uncomfortable, and I had to ask the people in front of me, hey, this might be a really dumb question, but is this general admission or VIP? And then they realized that they were also in the wrong line, so they went to go ask the other side, and they were, yeah, this is VIP, so we all moved where we were supposed to be, and it was all okay in the end. But it was kind of unfortunate, because we would have been towards the front of the line rather than the back. I mean, we were still pretty close, so it didn't matter. But maybe I was just sent over there to help them. Everything's in retrograde, maybe it was the planet's fault, I don't know. Anyway, we all go inside super late. They don't let us in until 5:40, almost 6. They finally finish the meet and greets. And then we go in, and Ross and Rocky are up there, obviously, and we're doing the Q&As. And there's this girl in front of me who had a jean jacket. She painted the album cover on the back of it, the Obsession album, and it was really cool. It looked exactly like the cover, but painted on a jean jacket. And then she asked them to sign it. So that's probably worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It was so good. And then they do the Q&As, but honestly, I felt like everyone wasted it. I was 3 rows back, and I didn't want to yell over the crowd. I can't really yell. And plus, I was just processing what was going on. So I just stood there. Everyone just kept asking to sign stuff, but they opened up the Q&As by being like, so guys, let's talk politics. What do you got? There's so many things I could have asked them if I wanted to. Ross seems like a positive person, so if I had the chance to do it again or get them alone, I would ask them, hey, you never seem to let things get you down, so what's a really low point in your life, and then how did you overcome it, and how did you stay positive through it, or anything like that. There are so many good questions that even opened up politics, but nah. So there was that, and then before the concert even started, that girl behind me with the jean jacket that I was talking about, she noticed that it was really hard for me to see because I'm 5'1". Everyone in front of me was taller, and if you're short, you know that you can look through the windows at people's head and shoulders, but it's difficult and you can only see certain parts. So this angel of a person let me in front of her, so we could still see. He was basically in the same spot, except I was closer, and it was really sweet of her. So I could touch the barricade now. I'm 2 rows from him, and it was awesome, honestly. And then concert's going on, and I'm just like processing. I could see him clearly like the whole time, and it was wild. Throughout the concert, he throws picks, and they give you a pick when you're VIP. So here's someone they gave all of us, which someone also grabbed for me because, again, I'm really short and it was hard for me to reach over the crowd. So there's this pick that they gave me, but then I noticed that he flicked his hand, right? So I reached up. It was my other arm. But anyway, I reached up, and then I noticed that someone grabbed my hand, and I couldn't figure out why because I didn't feel anything land in my hand. So I turn around, and when I pull my hand forward and I open my palm, I ended up catching, can you see that? Right there. I ended up catching Ross's guitar pick, which is insane because, again, I'm so small. I don't know how I catched it. I didn't jump for it. I just instinctively reached up and caught it, and that was cool. I just wish they signed the ones they used or something, so there's a difference between the VIP ones and the general ones, so people can't lie about it. But, you know, no one in their right mind would give up their VIP one, so it's kind of the only proof I have, is that I have 2. It was pretty surreal. They did giveaway or something for people to do a meet and greet after, and as much as I wish I could have gone to that, I had to go and be with my kid, so I guess it all worked out for the best. But it's insane because when I was maybe 12 or so, when Austin and Ally premiered, I didn't have cable growing up. I didn't have money. I didn't have much of anything. So I would go to my cousin's on the weekend, and then really late at night, 1 or 2 in the morning or something ridiculous, Austin and Ally would come on, and I would stay up for this every time. And I remember sitting there as a kid, like, one day I'm going to meet him. One day. People always talk about being with your childhood self or taking them out to coffee or whatever. And it's insane that I can tell my childhood self that one day not only are you going to go to his concert, you're going to catch a guitar pick. So it was kind of healing, honestly. I can't explain it, but it was super healing. And I'm so grateful I got to experience that. I remember during the concert, he talked about sometimes where in a moment, before we know it, it's gone and we didn't appreciate it enough. And these songs about like appreciating the moment or whatever, which has been on my mind lately. Had a lot going on. I've been pretty stressed. So something about the timing of that was really nice. But then the concert ended, so I headed home, made it here, just went to bed. I didn't even do my bedtime routine. It was 11, almost 12. So that's why I haven't been with you guys the last 2 days. The next day we woke up, went to a car show, but it was raining, so I didn't film anything. Was trying to keep my daughter warm. And then I think my goal to my future self is to get a meet and greet or run across Lynch in public one day so that I can tell my childhood self, like, not only did we get to go to a concert and not only did we catch a peg from him and all this stuff, but you gotta meet him. Or, you know how cool it would to be friends with him one day. That'll never happen. But imagine running into him in public and that actually turning into a friendship with a positive person. But honestly, I think just having one good conversation with him would be beneficial because he's just such a wholesome person. That's why I've always admired him, and honestly, no other celebrity stands out in my mind. I forgot to show you guys. They gave us this lanyard too, which is cool. That's going to be a pretty good keepsake for the rest of my life. Oh, I hung out with my friend the rest of that day, came home, went to bed. My kid was pretty tired, so I didn't do my routine then yesterday, but here we are. Hey guys, it's the next day. I finished my daughter's bedtime routine, but I didn't want to abruptly leave the video kind of hanging. My kid's been kind of moody lately, so I haven't had time to really record. I'm trying to get her to sleep and calm down. She's doing a lot better now. I've found that it's a lot easier to eat yogurt, and I'm pretty sure it's her teeth coming in, just triggering all of her other potential issues health-wise that she might have. So it's been a little bit rough sleep-wise. Neither of us have gotten a lot of sleep, but I think she might do better tonight, obviously. I kind of think it's just the universe's way of trying to tell me to just slow down and enjoy the moment right now. It's probably her way of telling me she needs to spend time with me right now too. But anyway, I wanted to read the last 2 daily letters just to catch you up on that because I didn't want to leave you hanging. Sunday, March 30th, 2025, 8:53 p.m. This week has been super busy for Mommy. You've been really upset because of your teeth and cough, so I'm trying to do everything I can to keep you comfortable. We drove to Mercury's yesterday. You were a sad baby most of the time, but you loved the playground. Your grandma came over and helped us clean, cook, and hang out that day, too. She's still over to spend time with you until tomorrow. I forgot to mention that you spent time with Ashley and your friends, too. Her little quote today is, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dream." Eleanor Roosevelt. And then my little check-in question for her is, Mommy drove further than she ever has on the freeway this week and saw her favorite person in concert, which was a major dream of mine. Make sure to hold yourself accountable so your future self can thank you. I thought my kid wrote on me, but I don't think she clicked it. So she didn't. She just tried to. Anyway, Monday, March 31st, 2025, 9:37 p.m. Your grandma stayed the night again, so we spent a bit of time with her before heading to daycare. You've been upset because of your teeth still, but it might be your way and the universe's way of telling me to slow down and enjoy my time with you a bit more than usual. Right now you're calmly lying next to Mommy. It's a sweet, wholesome moment. The quote of the day is, "Success consists of going to failure without loss of enthusiasm, unknown." And then I put, "Sometimes a no is just a no right now. It's always better to get the idea out in the open to see what logical steps are available to you. The last 3 days in my journal are called Playground, Playdate, Terrible Teething, and Slow Down and Enjoy the Moment. But that's all for this video, guys. I'll hopefully be seeing you next week. Thanks for joining me during one of the best weeks I've had in a while, honestly, since I went to Washington maybe, and comparably just as good as that, depending on what day you look at, I guess. It's been pretty good, honestly. I'm sorry for all of the cuts, I guess you would call them. I wish I could have brought you along on more of the journey, but it's kind of difficult and weird filming when people are here or around. I gotta get over that one day. But anyway, make sure to subscribe to my channel to be one of the first to see my videos. And then make sure to like, comment, share. It really helps me in the end. My channel's been steadily growing since I've been posting videos, and it's been pretty nice. So, gotta keep up with that. Anyway, again, see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.